Have you ever stood in the middle of a blazing desert, where every gust of wind feels like a scorching blade slicing across your skin? There, the red sand is not just the ground. It is a swirling curtain, burying every trace of the silent predator. Amidst that vast sea of sand, a majestic figure emerges. The king of the desert, bearing a regal black mane that glows like embers in the fiery sunset. Not far from there, the pack of wild dogs began their chase, gradually closing in and leaving no room for survival. Each step pounded down on the scorching sand, burning like hot iron. The air seems to evaporate under the merciless sun, and every creature here is a warrior, fighting relentlessly for the right to exist. Let me know, because we are about to embark together on a breathtaking journey through the Kalahari, a place where survival is a privilege, and only the strong have what it takes to carry on. And right now, let's join us as we head to Salvaje Kalahari, a thrilling adventure in the wilds of nature alongside the fiercest predators on the planet. In the Tswana language, Kalahari means a dry, waterless land. During the day, temperatures can soar past 113 degrees Fahrenheit, scorching everything in their path. But when night falls, the temperature can drop below 32 degrees, and the biting cold cuts right through your skin. There are no great rivers or frequent, refreshing drizzles, only winds sweeping up sand, an empty sky, and resilient creatures fighting every second and every minute for their survival. The springbok antelope must be as swift as the wind to evade the claws of predator. The gemsbok, with its sharp horns, not only makes its enemies wary, but also earns the admiration of even the most skilled hunters. But their greatest challenge is not the enemy, but the harsh environment itself. Unable to sweat, they must regulate their body temperature with extreme precision to avoid dehydration. But in the rare shade of the herbs, the king of the Kalahari, the clever desert lion is patiently waiting for the right moment. Meanwhile, the cheetah, renowned for its extraordinary speed, has only a few brief seconds to unleash its full power in a life-or-death chase. On that scorched, barren land, strategy is the ultimate weapon for survival. Both prey and predators have evolved in ways that allow them to adapt and overcome harsh conditions. Predator and evasion tactics change with each season, but only the most patient and resilient individuals are rewarded with the precious gifts of this generous nature. The vast sandy expanse of the Kalahari Desert covers more than 930,000 square miles. A land that may seem harshly barren, but is actually a thriving semi-desert where life continues to flourish with remarkable resilience. No fewer than 500 plant species, 120 mammal species, 300 bird species, and thousands of insect species have developed remarkable abilities to survive in this harsh environment. From November to April each year, the cool, fresh waters of the Okavango River, which originates from the highlands of Angola, flow into Botswana, covering a vast expanse of land. That supernatural current moves each year, flooding an area of 6,000 to 15,000 square miles, creating a dense network of canals and streams in a winding, swampy region that never overflows into the sea. It is a unique natural wonder where even the most fragile forms of life still manage to flourish on land that humanity seemed to have forgotten. In this place, life and death, strength and perseverance intertwine to create an emotional and unexpected journey of survival. In the vast expanse of the ocean, water not only spreads out, but also evaporates completely, creating a miraculous transformation that gives rise to a one-of-a-kind natural wonder. This vast area is not only the most magnificent inland wetland on the planet, but also a sanctuary for an extraordinarily diverse ecosystem. When the floodwaters arrive, this entire land comes alive, awakening with countless wild creatures bending into the embrace of nature. The most prominent figures in that vibrant scene are the Big Five. 5 wild animals that symbolize the power and majesty of the African savanna: the lion, the leopard, the African buffalo, the elephant, and the Each species is a vibrant symbol of power and vitality, fully bestowed by nature. They make the most of the abundant resources of the Okavango Delta to survive resiliently amid the harsh challenges of the Kalahari Desert. It is not just about survival, but also a fierce battle to maintain their position at the very top of the wild food chain. When the rainy season arrives, the once arid Kalahari transforms completely, turning into a vibrant stage where water works its magic, creating endless lush greenery. At that moment, the African savanna elephants, the largest land animals in the world, appeared in all their majestic glory, striding across the vast wetlands like true rulers of the flooded forest. The waters of the Okavango River flood the grasslands, creating an ecological paradise with an almost unbelievable abundance of food and water. To maintain their enormous energy, each elephant needs to consume up to 660 pounds of grass, leaves, and aquatic plants such as papyrus, reeds, or acacia. Plants that thrive thanks to the abundant water. With their flexible trunks, elephants not only eat, but also transform their surroundings. They break large branches, create pathways for smaller plants to grow, and maintain a delicate ecological balance. The first impression may suggest destruction, but in reality, this is the secret that keeps the ecosystem stable and allows it to thrive over time. Although the rainy season brings vital resources for growth, elephants still have to constantly travel dozens of miles, sometimes up to 44 miles a day, in their search for food and water. Those relentless journeys not only help elephants survive, but also create natural pathways leading to more fertile wetlands. The trunk is a versatile tool, not only used for eating and drinking, but also serves as a weapon that helps elephants dig deep underground and draw water from natural wells when water sources run dry. It ensures a resilient and hopeful life in an ever-changing world. The rainy season in the Okavango Delta is when the arid landscape of the Kalahari awakens, transforming into a vibrant network of rivers and wetlands teeming with life, becoming a paradise for thousands of species. A nature journal captures the vivid story of survival and confrontation, of strength and gentleness, blending together to create a magnificent dance between untamed wilderness and all wild creatures. Highlands suddenly turn into temporary islands where predator and prey must face an entirely new challenge. In this scene, the leopard, one of Africa's most formidable predators, is forced to adapt to a rapidly changing environment. The rising water brings new life to countless dense plant species, creating a sophisticated natural curtain that conceals every movement of the hunter. In this strange world of flooded forests, the leopard becomes a master of the art of stealth, skillfully using every dense bush to conceal its every step. Unlike lions, these animals do not require vast open spaces. On the contrary, they make full use of dense forests, riverbanks, and water's edge to wait for their prey. This is a smart survival strategy that helps leopards maintain their advantage in the race for life. The migration of impaler herds and zebras to higher ground to escape flooding is not just a flight for survival. It also presents a golden opportunity for leopards. In the darkness of the jungle night, their brilliant green eyes flashed like bright lights, silently and patiently watching every move of their prey. Patience is a key quality, but more than that, their exceptional climbing ability makes leopards true masters of survival in any terrain. The tall branches are an absolutely safe shelter, helping them protect their meals from being stolen by porcupines and other predators living in the forest. When the rainy season arrives, the struggle for survival becomes fiercer than ever. Lions, leopards, and even jaguars from all around gather in the Okavango, as the abundant water and the large concentration of herbivores turn this place into an endless natural feast. But for the leopard, every meal is never easy. Even with their excellent skills in pursuing and hunting prey on their own, they still constantly face the risk of losing their catch to other predators. Animals can smell their prey from a great distance, while lions can lie in ambush at any time, ready to launch a surprise attack. Therefore, the leopard must wisely choose its shelter and quickly carry its prey up high to avoid having it stolen. The flooding situation has forced the leopard cat to change its hunting tactics. When the water blocks their path, they climb up to higher ground, where the forest becomes a strong fortress against fierce enemies. Under a sharp gaze, the floodwaters are not a barrier but a hunting stage that tests one's skill, where every branch and every bush becomes a tool in the game of life and death. It is here that the instinct for hunting and survival skills are displayed at their finest. Meanwhile, the cheetah, the fastest land predator in the world, also faces both challenges and opportunities at the same time. When the Okavango River rises, the highlands become safe, havens for herds of impalas and mongooses. Environmental changes not only challenge agility, but also open up new hunting grounds, making the life of the clouded leopard more dramatic than ever. This is a vivid testament to the extraordinary adaptability of the wild, where life is in constant motion. When the ground is flooded and the grass grows thick and tall, the cheetah's hunting strategy must immediately change to adapt. The cheetah, the fastest land animal with a speed that can reach up to 70 miles per hour, seems unstoppable. But in the vast, flooded landscape with dense vegetation, that speed is no longer enough to secure a victory if it cannot approach its prey undetected. The vast grasslands are a major advantage, but when the ground is wet, the waterlogged lowlands become traps that turn the hunt into a risky race. Therefore, the cheetah must become more cautious than ever, taking advantage of dense bushes and low grass as perfect hiding spots, moving silently like a green shadow standing out amidst the lush vegetation. When a herd of impalas gathers by the water's edge to drink, that's when the cheetah needs to wait patiently. In a precise instant, it shot forward like a rubber band suddenly snapping, darting away like a bullet leaving the barrel of a gun. But not every hunt ends in a perfect victory. During the rainy season, the tall grass and flooding reduce visibility and can cause the cheetah to lose its balance, forcing it to immediately adjust its hunting tactics to avoid missing its target. Pressure comes not only from the environment, but also from other predators in the area, such as lions and hyenas, creatures that are always lurking for a chance to steal the cheetah's food. Hyenas, with their keen sense of smell, can detect the scent of a carcass from far away and arrive quickly to compete for food. This forces leopards to hunt more frequently and travel longer distances to secure enough food for themselves. In that vast, lush grassland, the cheetah constantly fights for survival, with every chase being a gamble against nature, where speed does not always guarantee victory. If you are impressed by the extraordinary survival instincts of the cheetah, leave a comment with the number 9 as a tribute to the enduring beauty of nature. Because in every breath of the wild world, there are always silent yet powerful stories, where speed, patience, and adaptability become the ultimate weapons for survival. Keep joining nature, moment to discover even more amazing journeys in the great outdoors. The rainy season in the Okavango Delta region also brings tremendous challenges. Abundant rainfall breathes new life into the vegetation, attracting large herds of prey in search of food. This is the perfect time for the pack of dogs to come together and carry out highly strategic and precise hunts. However, the rising water completely changed the battlefield. The flooded areas reduced speed and flexibility. To adapt, the pack of wild dogs was forced to switch to hunting in higher areas, where the floodwaters did not dominate. Herds of impalas and other animals often gather at the water's edge to drink, and it is here that the cunning wild dogs seize the opportunity to stalk their prey, skillfully taking advantage of the new setting for their hunt. In this harsh and unforgiving wilderness, every species must constantly adapt and continuously develop new strategies to survive the challenges of weather, terrain, as well as competition for survival with their own kind and predators. This is the most vivid and realistic portrayal of the lives of predators in this vast grassland, where not only strength and speed, but also perseverance, calculation, and wisdom are key factors that determine the final victory. In the wild, African wild dogs are renowned for their incredibly effective pack hunting abilities, making them the most successful land predators, with a success rate of 70 to 80%, an astonishing figure in nature. Their hunting strategy relies on close coordination among the members of the pack. When a group is pursuing prey, the other members will block the escape routes, creating a perfect, inescapable circle. What truly gives the African wild dog its strength is its ability to run swiftly over long distances, relentlessly wearing down its prey with every step of the chase. The rainy season in the Okavango Delta is a harsh challenge, where wild dogs must use their hunting skills to the fullest in order to survive among powerful predators and an ever-changing natural environment. When the floodwaters rise, aquatic vegetation such as papyrus sprouts vigorously, spreading a lush green carpet that stretches all the way to the horizon. The rising water levels have also led to a boom in fish species such as tilapia and tigerfish, creating favorable conditions for aquatic predators like Nile crocodiles to enter a fierce battle for survival. The Nile crocodile, a silent yet fiercely determined predator, takes advantage of the abundance of aquatic life, hiding among papyrus bushes as tall as 10 feet, exposing only its eyes above the water's surface and fully utilizing its remarkable ability to blend in with its surroundings. They wait for the perfect opportunity to launch a lightning-fast, powerful and precise attack, finishing off their prey in an instant. The rainy season is also the breeding time for crocodiles, when females build nests on high sandbanks near the water's edge, lay between 25 and 80 eggs, and fiercely protect them from predators. When the eggs hatch, the mother crocodile leads her young down to the water, beginning a tough and perilous struggle for survival. Although they are protected by their mother, fewer than 10% of baby crocodiles are lucky enough to reach adulthood, as they face countless predators and fierce competition. In this rare oasis in the heart of the desert, Survival is an unrelenting battle, where only the toughest individuals have a chance to reach adulthood and continue their lineage for future generations. On the vast flooded plains of the Okavango Delta, the mightiest creatures seem to be blessed by nature itself to survive and thrive. Although not a true predator, the hippopotamus is still considered the king of these flooded waters. When the water rises, aquatic plants like water hyacinths and reeds cover the surface of the lake, creating an ideal shelter for small animals and insects, while also serving as the main food source for massive hippopotamus on every peaceful night. Each hippopotamus quietly leaves the safety of the water to silently graze on the damp grasslands. One can consume up to 79 pounds of grass each night, an enormous amount of food necessary to sustain its massive body, which can weigh up to 3,260 pounds, making them the third largest land mammal in the world. One little-known fact is that the rainy season also marks an important breeding period for hippos. The rising water level not only expands the home, but also protects the baby hippos. However, the danger is not completely avoided, even if they are hiding beneath the surface of the water. The cunning Nile crocodiles lay still in the swamps, patiently waiting for the right moment to strike. The mother hippopotamus must always stay highly alert, keeping her calf close by deep water so she can quickly escape if chased. Life in the flooded waters of the Okavango Delta is a fierce struggle for survival, not only against the environment, but also against rivals of the same species. Adult hippos constantly fight to assert their control over every inch of this deep water territory. The roars echoed throughout the swamp, proclaiming their power and authority. The winners take over lands with abundant food sources and water that is never scarce. As the rainy season gradually comes to an end, the battle for food, water and territory becomes fiercer than ever, because the water starts to recede, making everything harsher. In this world of rising and receding waters, life and death intertwine in an endless cycle, and hippos continue their relentless journey to survive. Meanwhile, the Kakma baboon also has to struggle every day to survive in this challenging land. Under the persistent rain, they constantly move from one territory to another, climbing to the tops of trees in search of food to sustain themselves. And the rainy season is truly a rare time of abundance, when plants sprout lush green leaves, fruits ripen and hang heavily from the branches, and aquatic vegetation covers the ground like a vibrant green carpet. With a varied diet, this species of monkey makes the most of the abundant food sources available, from roots and grass to small prey such as insects, snakes, and hares. The rainy season also marks a bustling breeding period, when baboon troops expand to between 30 and 100 individuals, creating exceptional collective strength that allows the group to protect one another in a timely manner as they search for food and fend off dangers. However, not everything is covered in lush green. When the water level in the area rises, many low-lying regions become severely flooded, forcing the Shakema baboons to leave their familiar habitat and seek higher, drier ground. The green meadows stretching across the hills and sparse forests provide a safe haven, allowing them to easily observe their surroundings and stay out of reach of dangerous predators. Although most of their lives are spent on the ground, the rainy season is also when they change their habits. At night, the treetops become a sturdy refuge, a natural fortress shielding them from the dangers lurking in the darkness. Amid the dense branches, they found strength and peace, a sacred place beneath their feet. The water kept rising, yet life continued to flow on without pause. The rainy season in the Okavango Delta, with water levels rising higher each day, forces helmeted guinea fowl to move constantly, leaving flooded areas behind in search of safer new ground. Everything is in harmony with the constant changes of nature, helping each species develop its own unique survival strategies and remain resilient in the face of the harsh challenges of the wild. When the flooded fields drastically transform the landscape, finding patches of high, dry ground becomes a matter of survival for all living creatures. Flocks of birds, sometimes numbering as many as 200 individuals, gather together like a strong, united family to face the challenges of nature. During heavy rainstorms, they seek out higher ground to build their nests, protecting their eggs and young from flooding. Their tiny nests, nestled among bushes and low grass, form a natural shield against disasters, preserving their species through each rainy season. When a bird senses danger, its warning call immediately echoes, putting the entire flock on alert and allowing them to quickly respond to lurking predators. As the rainy season begins, a vibrant miracle unfolds in the Makgadikgadi. The land once thought to be barren and desolate for so long, suddenly came back to life with incredible vigor, as if blessed by the divine hand with perfect rain and gentle winds. The endless salt fields, after so many days under the scorching sun, have now become crystal clear lakes, reflecting the boundless sky like a heaven. The flowing water weaves its way through the arid valleys, seeping into the earth and bringing life, just as nature bestows vitality upon all living creatures, no matter how remote or untouched the land may be. Salt fields, usually barren all year round, are now submerged in rainwater, transforming into vast, shallow temporary lakes. Although they exist only briefly, these lakes are precious stopovers that attract thousands of migrating herbivores from various regions. The mighty herd of zebras began their long journey northeast, leaving behind the arid lands of Kalahari. The first drops of rain of the season act like a natural signal, guiding the herd of zebras to Makgadikgadi Pan, where lush green fields and cool, fresh water await them. The migration journey, spanning more than 300 miles, is filled with harsh challenges, yet the herd of zebras remains resilient, pushing forward across the vast grasslands that have transformed into a fertile habitat capable of sustaining a large herd of 20,000 to 30,000 individuals. At the same time, the greater flamingos also flew back to Makgadikgadi Pan. The sight of thousands of flamingos gathering in the middle of the rainy season is one of nature's most spectacular scenes. Slender pink legs wade through the shallow water, creating a vibrant scene in the midst of the arid desert. With a population of up to 30,000 individuals, The flock of flamingos creates a breathtaking and enchanting spectacle that captivates the heart. This migration is not only a journey in search of life, but also a testament to the extraordinary power of nature to regenerate and sustain diverse forms of life. A magical cyclic journey brings the greater flamingos back to Magadi Pan as the first rains of the season fall like a grand dance of nature, sparking an explosion of abundant food sources. Shallow ponds with high salinity and alkalinity create the perfect environment for the growth of bacteria, algae, and tiny plankton, foundational sources of nutrition that enable flamingos to survive and The rainy season not only transforms the Magadi Pan landscape in a spectacular way, but also creates a heavenly scene, with heavy, dark clouds blanketing the sky and sweeping in with each torrential downpour. The vast saltwater lakes transform into giant mirrors reflecting the sky, creating an enchanting and unforgettable scene. This is not only a feast for tiny creatures, but also an ideal home for flamingos to build their nests and protect their eggs on high, dry mounds of earth and salt, safe from flooding during the rains. Each nest contains between 1 and 2 eggs, carefully tended and incubated for nearly 1 month with great dedication. When baby flamingos are born, they are surrounded by shallow water, where tiny plankton provide an abundant feast that nourishes their early days. Have you ever witnessed an entire desert awaken in a mesmerizing shade of pink? Please share your feelings about this magical moment, where a flock of flamingos transforms the salt water into a vibrant symphony of life. Let's continue exploring the wonders of nature with Nature Moment. And don't forget to leave a comment below to let us know you're with us. Not only flamingos, but the temporary salt lakes of Magadi also attract many other migratory bird species, including large white pelicans, with an estimated population of 15,000 to 20,000 in 2023. The sight of majestic pelicans soaring across the sky and silently landing on the calm water creates a vivid visual experience, breaking the stillness of this desert region. Energized by an abundant supply of fish and microorganisms, the pelicans quickly build up the strength they need for their next long flight. The giant throat pouch frequently skims the water's surface to snatch up fish and small creatures swept along by the rainwater, turning the shallow water hunt into a scene that is both tranquil and dramatic. Every sweeping motion of the wings and gentle glide across the water contributes to a breathtaking hunting display, stirring the hearts of onlookers with the perfect blend of nature's power and grace. And then, when the stormy, rainy days have passed, like a gentle divine hand withdrawing, Magadi Pan returns to the harshness of the dry season, painting a desolate scene with vast lakes dried up and replaced by endless stretches of cracked white salt. At this moment, that seemingly lifeless, barren surface is actually hiding a secret world full of life, quietly waiting for each new drop of rain to revive it and breathe new vitality into the land that once seemed dead and silent. The cracks on the ground, though they may appear dry, hard, and unforgiving, are like shields protecting the core of life beneath them. They patiently wait for the rains to return, ready to continue the miraculous story of nature in this place. Beneath the cracked, parched earth of the Pan region, a vibrant world continues to breathe quietly. Not the barren wasteland it appears to be, this place hides a resilient oasis, a thriving ecosystem that has mastered the art of waiting in silence. Tiny sprouts and little creatures have learned to survive by hibernating through the harsh conditions, conserving every last drop of energy, ready to awaken when the first rains of the season fall. In the arid soil, the heartbeat of life continues to echo, a silent yet It is in this seemingly desolate and hopeless place that the stage is set for some of the most spectacular encounters in the natural world, where survival is not merely an instinct, it is an unrelenting, lifelong battle. In the midst of this challenging land, the kings of the savannah, the lions, panther, leo, are facing unimaginable hardships. Water, the lifeblood of all living beings, is gradually running out. Herds of antelopes, island gazelles, and warthogs are forced to leave their familiar lands, embarking on harsh migrations in search of the few remaining watering holes. This massive migration sets off a chain reaction. The remaining predators become desperate, fighting over every drop of water like warriors on the front line. The lion is forced to adapt, changing its tactics with the precision of a razor-sharp blade. They gather under the night sky, blending into the darkness, silently lying in wait around the fateful puddles, places where their prey is bound to appear. When the scorching sun burns the earth, the daytime hours become meaningless for hunting, both exhausting and futile. It is the darkness of night that serves as the lion's most powerful ally. In the velvet curtain of night, top-tier hunting machines move without a... Every step, every movement is the culmination of millions of years of evolution. Lionesses join forces, moving as a well-trained army, setting traps from all directions to bring down their massive prey. That perfect coordination not only increases the chances of success, but also serves as an energy optimization strategy, a vital factor in this harsh natural environment. A study from the University of Minnesota once recorded that group ambush tactics help save up to 38% of energy for each successful hunt, a crucial advantage in a place where failure means going hungry. However, being the king of the savannah does not mean living in peace. This kingdom is by no means easy, even for those with claws. When hunger strikes, lions not only have to hunt, but also must protect their hard-earned meals from formidable rivals. Spotted hyenas crocuta and leopard parda. Hyenas are daring and aggressive thieves, renowned for their ability to steal prey and spark brutal confrontations. Fierce battles over scraps of meat often end in violence, with roars and fangs clashing in the darkness and swirling dust. The strength of the hyena lies not only in its tenacity, but also in its incredible physique. Their bite force can reach up to 11 pounds per square inch, enough to crush both the bones and tendons of their prey. A bite from a spotted hyena is living proof of millions of years of evolution, a perfect blend of predation and destruction. Never alone, they hunt in packs that can number up to 30 individuals, forming a well-coordinated fighting force rivaling even that of lion prides. Hyenas chase after zebras, antelopes, and even wild boars. Any opportunity, whether it's a rotting carcass or a prey barely clinging to life, becomes the... In this harsh world, adaptability is the strongest weapon. And it is the hyena, with its endurance, intelligence, and ruthlessness, that Life here is an epic tale of strength, resilience, and the never-ending struggle to survive. The African savannah, where every drop of water, every bite, every roar, serves as an exclamation point in nature's epic story. And we are merely privileged observers, witnessing the eternal battle between those who live and those who must leave the game. In the harsh wilderness of the Pan, the dry season is not only a test of endurance but also an intense battle for survival. Here, animals face formidable predators such as lions and leopards as they compete for food, and direct acts of stealing prey are not uncommon. As resources gradually run out, herds of striped antelopes are forced to travel hundreds of miles in search of water and food, entering a fierce struggle with predators in this harsh environment. However, thanks to their strong sense of community and extraordinary adaptability, the striped antelope has managed to maintain its place in the food chain, outsmarting even the most formidable predators. At the worst point of the dry season, the Pan becomes a desolate wasteland, with seemingly no signs of life on its surface. But beneath that layer of hard, dry soil, life quietly endures. In that harsh landscape, the greater kudu, a large antelope with a pair of magnificent spiral horns, struggles day and night. Water sources dry up, plants wither, and kudu are forced to adapt by searching for drought-resistant foods such as acacia leaves, tree bark, and the last patches of dry grass left on the hardened ground. However, these food sources are not nutritious enough, forcing the kudu to constantly move in search of new energy sources. This leads them to lower areas where underground water may still exist, or to open woodlands where a bit of green vegetation remains amidst the arid desert. Not only do kudu feel the pangs of hunger, but predators like lions and zebras are also affected in the same way, driving them to become bolder and more ruthless in their hunt. Beneath its legendary spiral horns and massive body weighing up to 600 pounds, the kudu becomes an easy target to spot, though not easily brought down. Even a minor mistake can signal a tragic end for this resilient animal. Absolute vigilance is the only shield that protects their lives from the brutal claw. At the same time, African bush pigs try to escape the intense heat by seeking shelter in burrows or underground caves, often in places that have already been dug out by other animals. These cool, dark shelters not only help them conserve energy, but also minimize water loss while avoiding lurking dangers on the ground. This contributes to their resilience in the face of harsh natural challenges. This is vivid evidence of the survival intelligence of wild species in their never-ending battle against drought and natural decay. When drought strikes, in places where water and vegetation become scarce, the warhawk, a unique species of rock lizard, has developed an incredible adaptation to survive. Instead of just hunting prey as usual, warhawks switched to eating tree roots, tubers, and drought-resistant shrubs. Its strong jaws help crush even the toughest, driest plants, making the most of every bit of precious nutrition from the barren land. In particular, those long, sharp fangs are not only weapons for self-defense, but also serve as excellent tools for digging deep into the ground, tapping underground water sources, and reaching roots hidden beneath the cracked earth. In the harsh environment of the Makgadikadipan region, where life seems to come to a standstill under the weight of relentless drought, life still quietly flows beneath the parched earth, thanks to the resilience of this species of rock lizard. Under the harsh pressure of the Kalahari Desert, where the sun scorches every living creature, water and food become extremely scarce. But the rock lizards remain steadfast, using their patience and extraordinary adaptation. Small mice, baby birds, eggs, and insects become their main foods. With jaws as strong as steel pliers, they can easily crush tough eggshells or the hard shells of their prey. When fresh food becomes scarce, rock lizards do not hesitate to switch to scavenging carrion, a clever survival strategy. With their sharp eyes and keen hunting instincts, they scour the remains left behind after the rainy season, making use of every scrap of dried meat and every fragment of bone, turning them into valuable nourishment to survive through the dry season. On the edge of the Kalahari Desert, vast stretches of sand dunes extend endlessly, with not a single river or stream in sight. There are only arid valleys and occasional depressions here and there that temporarily retain a little water after each light rain. The ecosystem here relies heavily on acacia and baikea trees, species that are capable of surviving and even thriving, despite extremely scarce water. Their sparse foliage creates a vibrant green that stands out against the dazzling sky, like an epic anthem of life, fragile yet. The deep, claw-like roots of the acacia tree reach far into the earth to draw up groundwater, serving as a vital anchor that keeps life from being wiped out in this challenging land. When the rivers run dry, trees become the lifeline that sustains, guides. As the distances gradually disappear, the desert emerges with a desolate and harsh landscape that is almost beyond human imagination. The vast grasslands that once sustained thousands of animal species have now become barren, parched fields under the blazing sun. Herds of buffalo that once numbered in the thousands now face a drastic decline as waterholes dry up and grasslands gradually disappear. That scarcity is plain to see, but it is precisely in the harshest challenges that their survival instincts become most evident, a testament to nature's incredible resilience in the face of adversity. Resilient strength is the sacred gift that God bestows upon every living creature on earth. The scene before my eyes unfolded as a striking contrast. A parched, sun-scorched land where herds of African buffalo trudged heavily, raising clouds of dust into the shimmering air. Their muscular bodies stand out amidst the harshness of the desert, with their curved horns serving as symbols of strength and resilience, steadfastly enduring the relentless challenges of nature. The prosperous rainy season with its lush green vegetation has long passed, leaving behind only thorny bushes and resilient patches of dry grass. However, the true strength of the wild buffalo lies in its extraordinary digestive system, which allows it to make the most of every available resource, from copperleaf leaves to tough, nutrient-poor grasses. Each step taken by the herd of buffalo now carries the weight of a fierce struggle for survival, fighting for the last remnants of life in the midst of a devastating drought. The herd of buffalo kept moving farther and farther, covering dozens of miles each day, crossing parched roads in their quest for the last remaining waterholes. The pressure of the dry season comes not only from the harshness of nature, but also from the relentless predators lurking nearby. The few remaining waterholes have become intense hotspots as buffalo compete with lions and leopards, the top predators in the food chain, where every step toward the water is fraught with lurking danger. Faced with that threat, the herd of buffalo quickly formed a defensive circle, with the strongest ones standing guard on the outside like soldiers, tightly protecting the calves and the weaker members inside. This defensive strategy is reminiscent of warrior armies in life or death battles, when every member must unite to preserve their lives amid deadly danger. Amidst that stifling landscape, the African ostrich, the largest bird in the world, has become a symbol of perseverance in the blazing. The deep blue sky stretches over the Kalahari forest, where acacia and baikea trees struggle to survive under the harsh sunlight. Meanwhile, the ostrich continues to stride confidently across the cracked earth, its long, powerful legs like those of a lone warrior in the valley. Despite the scorching heat, ostriches maintain a stable body temperature, thanks to their efficient circulatory system and dense plumage, a protective armor that shields them from the harsh, dry flames of the desert. Its majestic appearance resembles sturdy pillars standing tall in the grasslands, combined with its soft fur that helps dissipate heat efficiently and stay alert to any surrounding dangers. With each strong and agile step, the ostrich crosses the vast wasteland, constantly searching for precious food sources to survive. When the green of the vegetation fades, ostriches know how to adapt, switching to eating hardy, cold-resistant plants, sustaining life in this harsh land. A testament to the remarkable resilience and intelligence of the wild. When long dry spells persist, places where dry grass and plants like acacia and water hyacinth seem to be nothing more than harsh and inhospitable lands. These very places become the home of many remarkable animal species. Although the landscape may appear barren on the surface, the low shrubs and vegetation here still provide the necessary moisture to sustain life. In particular, the ability to extract water directly from food allows many species to maintain their strength and energy, even when their companions around them may be suffering from extreme hunger and thirst. We can clearly see this wonder through the creatures living in the eucalyptus forest and dry reeds of Kalahari, a land where nature endures the harshest challenges. On that vast grassland, acacia trees ranging from 14 to 19 feet tall stood scattered, serving as a valuable food source for the wild inhabitants. Among them, the southern giraffe, one of Africa's iconic species, can easily reach those lush green treetops, a privilege. The small horns, like a natural crown on their heads, highlight the giraffe's dominance among herbivores. During the dry months, when the low vegetation withers away, acacia leaves still retain the necessary moisture and nutrients, helping giraffes get through this challenging period. Additionally, with their complex digestive system, they can extract every drop of moisture from tough leaves and survive for anywhere from a week to several months without drinking water directly. However, the moment when giraffes have to drink water is when they reveal their vulnerability to the challenging forces of nature. To reach the ground and drink water, they have to spread their front legs wide and lower their heads, a position that makes them most vulnerable to attack. However, with the advantage of being the tallest four-legged animal on land, the southern giraffe rarely falls prey to predators. They can run extremely fast or use powerful kicks strong enough to take down a fierce lion. With their majestic presence and slender bodies, the deer stand like living beacons amid the vast expanse of Kalahari, steadfast through the harsh days of the dry season, awaiting the new rains that will revive the lush green grasslands. Are you more impressed by the ostrich's endurance in the desert heat, or the giraffe's proud resilience in overcoming harsh droughts? Please share your thoughts below the video to help Nature Moment spread the love for these amazing wild stories. And don't forget to follow the channel so you can continue to join us on this inspiring journey of exploring nature. Meanwhile, the harshness of the dry season in the Kalahari acacia forest also forces black rhinos to travel farther in search of new food sources. The lush green lawns of the rainy season now exist only in memory. At present, they must rely on drought-resistant trees like acacia and dry shrubs. The remarkable adaptability of the black rhinoceros lies in its powerful digestive system, which allows it to consume tannin-rich leaves that many other species cannot digest. Tannin is inherently a difficult compound to digest, but this very characteristic helps rhinos survive during times when food is most scarce, contributing to the unique identity of this animal in the harsh wilderness. That is a vivid testament to the resilience and perseverance of the people here, as each dry season not only tests their endurance, but also deepens the value of existence amid the wild natural surroundings. However, in order to survive, black rhinos are forced to travel even greater distances, sometimes up to several dozen miles, in search of the scattered patches of forest where trees still remain. These journeys not only consume a significant amount of precious energy, but also put them at risk of attack, as the scarcity of water increases the aggressiveness of predators. In the sweltering heat of the Kalahari Desert, black rhinos usually take shelter under the rare shade of small trees, only coming out at dusk or dawn, when the air is cooler and more pleasant. This is also the time when they approach the last remaining water holes to drink quickly before seeking out a safe shelter. The aridity of the Kalahari is not only challenging, but it also forces even the most resilient creatures to constantly struggle for survival. However, with extraordinary strength and remarkable adaptability, the black rhinoceros continues to persevere in this harsh world. Across the vast savannas of the Kalahari, the red sand dunes stretch out like ribbons of parched silk in the desert, further highlighting the harshness of this land. During the day, temperatures here can reach as high as 113 degrees Fahrenheit. But when night falls, the biting cold sweeps in, dropping the temperature to around 41 degrees Fahrenheit. All living creatures here must adapt to cope with such harsh and sudden changes. Some species of plants and animals have developed unique survival strategies that help them endure in this harsh environment. The ground cracked, and rivers and swamps gradually turned into barren, desolate basins. The water supply is dwindling, with only a few fragile puddles remaining in the low-lying areas. Each day that passes is a battle for survival, where every creature must rely on every last precious drop of water. During this harsh period, the strand wolf, also known as the jackal, also had to face a life full of hardship. The rivers have dried up and the grasslands have withered, no longer able to sustain the animals. But these wild dogs have developed unique strategies to survive in this harsh region. Unlike other groups of wild dogs, strand wolf wild dogs prefer to live alone or in small groups, which helps minimize competition for food within their own species. When the dry season drags on, the shortage of food becomes more severe. However, at the same time, The number of animal carcasses, such as antelopes and zebras weakened by thirst, also increases, providing them with an important source of food. This is a testament to nature's extraordinary adaptability, where life constantly finds ways to survive even in the harshest conditions. In the harsh Kalahari Desert, life is an endless struggle, where predators such as lions and leopards play a crucial role in maintaining ecological balance. When they hunt, the remains left on the prey become a valuable opportunity for other creatures, most notably the bat-eared fox, known for its strong teeth and ability to make use of every last bit of food, from meat to bone. Thanks to this species of bat-eared cat not only survives but also thrives in harsh environments where staple foods, such as mice and birds, are sometimes. During those difficult times, the bat-eared fox was forced to change its hunting strategy, switching to catching small insects such as grasshoppers and beetles beneath the dry, sandy soil. With their keen sense of smell and sharp hearing, they can detect prey even when temperatures reach over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, a touching and intelligent survival strategy in the wild. These insects not only provide essential protein but also help them maintain the necessary energy during the long trip. In addition to insects, bat-eared cat also eats plants such as shrubs, roots and even hard seeds, which not only helps them receive diverse nutrients but also provides a rare natural water source in the desert. The ability to extract moisture from food is a precious gift, allowing them to survive for long periods without drinking water directly, something that many other species find difficult to do. When the dry season stretches on across the savanna grasslands, every living creature is pushed to the limits of its survival. The lush green meadows disappeared, leaving behind parched vegetation under the scorching sun, depleted water sources, and cracked earth. A heartbreaking portrait of nature. In this situation, the extraordinary animal known as the gemsbok emerges as a masterful survivor. They seek out lush, succulent plants or acacias, remarkably drought-tolerant species, to draw in precious moisture and keep their bodies from becoming dehydrated. The remarkable ability of the gemsbok to absorb and store water from plants not only helps them avoid dehydration, but also allows them to maintain exceptional vitality and energy during prolonged and severe droughts. This is clear evidence of perfect adaptation to harsh environments. They survive with as little water as possible, maintaining an exceptional biological balance that allows them to thrive in unforgiving deserts. Even when the lush green grasslands disappear, the gemsbok doesn't give up. It continues to feed on dry grasses and tough shrubs. Their powerful digestive system transforms seemingly nutrient-poor food sources into valuable nourishment, not only helping them survive but also conserving precious energy for the next harsh days of weather. Under the blazing sun of the Kalahari Desert, the gemsbok does not depend on water like most other animals. Instead, it makes use of every drop of moisture hidden deep within each leaf and blade of grass to sustain its resilient life in this harsh, arid wilderness. Under the scorching sun, the footsteps of each animal on the hot sand seem to become a symbol of resilience and enduring strength in the harsh battle. Among those resilient warriors, the meerkat, a remarkable animal native to the Kalahari Desert, stands out as a master of unique survival strategies in this arid land. The sheer ingenuity in making use of every available resource has made the meerkat an outstanding predator among thousands of creatures struggling to survive. One of the seemingly simple yet crucial secrets to the survival of the meerkat is the complex network of burrows they dig deep underground. These underground shelters are not only places to take refuge from the scorching desert heat during the day, but they also maintain stable humidity and temperature levels, helping to retain moisture and protect the body from extreme weather fluctuations. What few people know is that this cave system also serves as an excellent tactical advantage, allowing meerkats to move flexibly between different dens throughout the year to forage for food without being restricted to a fixed area. When the outdoor temperature reaches its peak, the meerkat knows how to hide underground, patiently waiting for the weather to cool down before continuing its hunt. Its main food sources are usually insects such as scorpions and spiders, creatures that are not only nutritious but also provide the necessary amount of water, allowing the meerkat to survive for long periods without needing to drink additional water. That is proof of meerkats' incredible adaptability, making it a master at surviving in this vast and harsh desert. Not only does the meerkat fight alone, but it also builds a sustainable social system, which is especially important during the dry season. Hunting in groups and sharing food with weaker members create a strong bond of unity, helping to protect the entire flock from dangerous predators such as hawks or venomous snakes. It is this collective strength that has increased their ability to withstand harsh environments and evade lurking predators, reinforcing the survival of the entire community. But the struggle for survival in the Kalahari Desert has never been easy. Not only do the animals have to face harsh natural conditions, with drought turning water and food into luxuries, but they are also threatened by a danger that is hard to see, but has unpredictable effects: climate change caused by humans. Unusual weather patterns, rising temperatures, and changes in rainfall are completely disrupting the fragile ecosystem of the Kalahari, putting brave creatures like meerkats in unprecedented difficulty and signaling a new challenge in their relentless struggle for survival. Over the past 3 decades, the average temperature of the Earth has risen by 1.5 degrees Celsius, making this land drier and more extreme than ever before. Prolonged droughts not only deplete water sources, but also shrink grassland areas by as much as 20%, forcing many animal species into a fierce struggle for survival. In particular, large herbivores, which are accustomed to roaming widely in search of water and food, now have to travel much greater distances under harsh conditions. For the slender, horned antelope games bay, searching for food is no longer just a daily routine. It has become a race against nature itself, with each passing day presenting a new challenge to their survival. tension over resources arises not only from the effects of climate change, but also from the rapid expansion of agricultural and livestock activities. Vast expanses of land have been converted into farmland and grazing pastures, forcing many wild species to retreat into increasingly smaller areas. Animals like zebras and springbok antelopes with curly hair not only struggle with a lack of water, but also have to fiercely compete with livestock for the scarce food that remains during the long, harsh, dry season. Behind that fierce natural scene lies an increasingly intense struggle for survival, where resilient nature clashes directly with the relentless pressure from humans. The development of agriculture is further reinforced by artificial fences everywhere, acting as barriers that block the traditional migration routes of various zebras and ice and antelopes, which rely on constantly moving between grasslands and water sources, are now confined to increasingly small and restricted space. When natural routes are blocked, they lose access to precious water sources, significantly increasing the risk of severe population decline. In reality, many animal populations in the Kalahari region have decreased by as much as 30%, creating a serious gap in an ecosystem that has long been fragile. Water is not only the lifeline for herbivores, but also serves as the backbone that sustains the entire ecosystem here. The Okavango Delta region, renowned as a freshwater oasis in the middle of the desert, is under severe pressure from overexploitation for agricultural production. According to a recent report in 2024, the water flow supplied to the Okavango has decreased by 10 to 15%, jeopardizing the survival of thousands of migratory bird species and other creatures that depend on this water source during the dry season. If this trend is not stopped, the entire ecosystem connected to the Okavango faces the risk of a severe collapse. In addition to the challenges posed by nature, the wildlife in Kalahari must also struggle against the dangers brought by rampant poaching and illegal wildlife trafficking. Majestic symbols such as lions, elephants, and rhinos are increasingly under serious threat from organized criminal networks, making conservation efforts extremely challenging. Each of these species is not only a precious representative of the ecosystem, but also the very soul of this land. Protecting them means safeguarding the vital balance of the entire planet. Therefore, deep awareness and urgent action are absolutely essential to save the future of the wild nature here, as well as our own future. In the harsh Kalahari Desert, wild creatures are facing a serious threat from hunting. The mighty rhinoceroses, relentlessly hunted for their valuable horns and tusks, are seeing their populations decline to dangerously low level. A report from 2023 even indicated that about 10% of the lions in the area are hunted and killed each year, a figure that raises serious concerns about the future of the king of the jungle. However, it is not only large species that are affected. Even small creatures like suricatas, Meerkats that live agilely in the desert are also captured to serve the exotic pet market. The Kalahari Desert, already an arid and harsh land, has now become a dramatic battleground for the survival of wild animals. The scorching sand dunes seem to be begging for life, while the majestic ancient baobab trees cry out for help. The Kalahari is not only home to countless animal species, but it is also a precious sanctuary that urgently needs protection, not just for its biodiversity, but also for the balance of the global ecosystem. During this crisis, vigorous conservation efforts are being carried out to preserve the lives of Kalahari's wild inhabitants, bringing a ray of hope amid a bleak and gloomy landscape. One of the key strategies is to establish migration corridors, which help animals recover and maintain their natural movement routes. Especially in the cross-border conservation project connecting Botswana, Namibia and South Africa, many artificial fences have been removed to allow animals to move freely. Thanks to this, species such as the blue wildebeest, zebra and springbok antelope have been able to travel great distances during the dry season to find water and food, overcoming physical barriers that would otherwise threaten their survival. The freedom to migrate not only increases the survival chances of animals, but also makes a significant contribution to restoring the ecological balance of the Kalahari ecosystem. The 2024 report from the Global Nature Conservation Fund demonstrated that, thanks to the restoration of migration corridors, the survival rate of large herbivores has increased by as much as 20%, a highly positive sign for the future of this desert. Throughout the entire inspiring story of conservation in the Kalahari, the most remarkable highlight is the revival program for the black rhinoceros, a species that was once hunted almost to extinction due to the sky-high value of its horn on the black market. However, sharing about life is never easy. Protected areas like the Central Kalahari Reserve have become safe havens for black rhinos thanks to high-tech fencing systems and continuous patrol teams, forming a strong. The peak came in 2021, when a group of black rhinos was successfully reintroduced into their natural habitat, marking a precious turning point in the journey to revive a species once thought to be lost. Through this, the story of human perseverance in conserving nature becomes even more profound and full of hope, opening a new chapter for the lush and vibrant Kalahari Desert. In the following years, thanks to strict protection efforts and close monitoring, the black rhinoceros population in Kalahari made a strong recovery, surpassing 50 individuals in 2024. This is not only a significant milestone, but also brings real hope to the conservation efforts for this rare animal species. The revival of the black rhinoceros is not only an extraordinary success in conservation, but also an endless source of inspiration for future nature protection initiatives, helping to maintain the delicate balance within the vast ecosystem. We are standing at the threshold of responsibility and opportunity. Each of us can be an important piece in the picture of protecting wildlife. Actively support conservation projects, limit the use of products derived from wildlife, and raise awareness about the importance of biodiversity. Even the smallest actions today will lay a solid foundation for a sustainable future, where wildlife is protected and ecosystems are maintained in harmony. If you've ever had the chance to visit Kalahari, a land that is arid yet brimming with resilient vitality, please share your experiences in the comments section. Your story can become a powerful source of motivation, inspiring conservation efforts while helping to protect ecosystems and wildlife for future generations. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the Nature Moments channel, and turn on notifications so you can join us in discovering more exciting adventures and exploring the rich and diverse world of wildlife. In the harsh woodlands of the Serengeti, a symbol of strength and resilience moves gracefully across the vast plains. That is the African elephant. The African elephant, with its massive body standing between 3 and 4 meters tall and weighing up to 6 tons, does not dominate its peers through aggression, but rather through a quiet authority. More than 5 million years of evolution have created their massive bodies and special abilities that help them adapt to their environment. Ears as wide as fans not only increase the surface area to dissipate heat under the scorching Serengeti sun, but also help regulate body temperature efficiently. A subtle survival strategy in the harsh climate. In this harsh tropical environment, African elephants travel in small, close-knit matriarchal herds, covering long distances in search of food. During the dry season, they tirelessly roam along rivers like the Grumeti or dig into the earth themselves to find hidden groundwater, creating temporary waterholes. Critical lifelines not only for themselves, but also. Can we imagine that the vitality and wise behavior of a single animal species could revive an entire vast ecosystem? The Serengeti woodlands are formed by iconic tree species such as acacia, Combritum male and Kigelia, which are essential food sources for an adult elephant can consume up to 310 pounds of vegetation each day, a staggering amount that plays a vital role in the local ecological cycle. The seemingly never-ending habit of grazing is actually a key factor in maintaining natural balance. Elephants knock down dense bushes, open up new pathways, and create conditions for young grasses to grow, providing food for many smaller creatures. Every step, every tree that is uprooted not only changes the landscape but also brings about biodiversity and creates a safe haven for many other animals. This is a vivid demonstration of how nature always operates according to complex rules that people rarely notice. However, the world surrounding these gentle giants is becoming increasingly unpredictable. Prolonged drought and irregular rainfall caused by climate change are forcing elephants to travel farther and compete more fiercely to find sources of sustenance. Each of those journeys is a personal challenge, pushing the already fragile ecosystem to the brink. Nevertheless, African elephants still hold an irreplaceable position. They are natural engineers who play a vital role in the nutrient cycle. Even elephant dung contributes to enriching the soil, spreading seeds, and providing natural fertilizer, ensuring the continuation of life for distant forests and fields such as the Masai Mara. African elephants are not just inhabitants of this wild land. They are master architects who shape vibrant and diverse natural landscapes across every square foot of ground they traverse. The natural landscape of the Serengeti is not only brought to life by the presence of elephants, but also by the powerful presence of another formidable herbivore, the African buffalo. On the vast green prairies interspersed with acacia and korora trees, the wild buffalo stands as a symbol of strength and resilience. With their muscular, powerful bodies and crescent-shaped horns curved like natural shields. They are both warriors defending their territory and exceptional survivors in the harsh wilderness. Those horns are not just for show. They are also formidable weapons that help the buffalo fend off predators and protect the herd during fierce battles for survival. Have you ever wondered what a showdown between a wild buffalo and powerful predators like lions would be like? How can that curved horn make the difference between life and death in the natural world? And just as importantly, how do these buffalo contribute to maintaining the ecological balance of the vast Serengeti region? From what may seem like simple behaviors of African elephants and buffaloes, we can see the intricate and close relationship between animals and their habitats, a web of life that is resiliently enduring the harsh challenges of nature. That makes me deeply reflect on the role of humans in protecting these architects of nature and preserving this wilderness for future generations. Do you feel the same way as I do? In the face of formidable predators like lions, the African buffalo stands as a frontline warrior in the relentless battle for survival. Each herd of buffalo is a community where strength determines status. The dominant individuals take the lead, forming a living fortress of muscle and instinct, a collective defensive barrier that few predators dare to challenge. It is this unity that enables them to stand strong against the dangers posed by harsh natural disasters. When the sun pours its fiery heat onto the grasslands, the herd of wild buffalo quietly seeks shade beneath the towering branches of ancient trees, rising like watchtowers in a sea of grass. There they cool their massive bodies in the sweltering heat of the African summer. However, with just one instinctive signal, a persistent, drum-like rumble of hunger, the entire herd stirs to life once. Hundreds of muscular bodies moved in unison, merging into a mobile fortress of horns and hooves, sweeping across the grassland like an unstoppable living. Their grazing activity not only keeps their bodies healthy, but also plays an important role in shaping the surrounding landscape. An adult buffalo can consume up to 35 pounds of grass each day, and by grazing regularly, they control the growth of tall grasses and shrubs, which in turn creates favorable conditions for smaller and more diverse plant species to thrive. The steady footsteps of the buffalo also create trails through the underbrush, opening up corridors and clearings where smaller animals can forage, find shelter, or build their nests. Thus, the African buffalo is not merely a grazer, but also a guardian of the land and a conductor in maintaining the ecological balance of the Serengeti. However, their position in the food chain is two-sided. Although the strong and powerful adults rarely become prey, the young and weak individuals are the primary targets of lions, hyenas, and other predators. The life and death of the African buffalo sustained the vitality of the wild, serving as a guardian of the savannah and forming the foundation for the adversarial relationship between predator and prey, creating the heartbeat of survival in the Serengeti. When the dry season begins and water becomes increasingly scarce, herds of wild animals flock to the remaining ponds, lakes, and streams in the Serengeti savanna. These precious water sources have become the lifeblood of the land, but at the same time, they have also turned into tense and dramatic battlegrounds. This is the moment of the hunt, when predators hidden in the tall grass stalk, their prey eyes fixed intently on the gathering animals. A cracked, parched ground and the sound of heavy breathing created a stifling atmosphere of tense anticipation, like the moments before a fierce storm is about to strike. Those marshlands have turned into battlefields where every creature fights not only to survive, but also to maintain the delicate balance of the Serengeti ecosystem. In this harsh landscape, not only is strength a decisive factor, but endurance and adaptability also play an extremely important role. For predators, challenges are constant and ever-changing. In this battle for survival, one master rises above all. The spotted hyena, an animal with extraordinary hunting skills and remarkable adaptability. Have you ever wondered why spotted hyenas are able to survive and even dominate in such a harsh environment? Let's continue exploring with me to gain a deeper understanding of the strategies, social behaviors, and survival instincts of this extraordinary creature. After more than 22 million years of remarkable evolution, hyenas have honed their skills to perfection. This is a vivid testament to resilience and remarkable adaptability in the With their powerful jaws, strong social bonds, and flexible hunting strategies, hyenas play an important role in the Serengeti ecosystem. Do you think that when the dry season arrives and the rivers gradually dry up, the sight of herds of antelopes or zebras gathering around shrinking waterholes creates a wild feast for predators? Right at this moment, the spotted hyenas are the ones who simply cannot miss this precious opportunity. Living in groups of up to 80 individuals, hyenas have a social structure led by females who maintain order and strengthen the entire clan against any threat. When night falls, the advantage of the hyenas grows even stronger. Darkness becomes a powerful ally, helping them hunt tirelessly at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour, racing across vast fields in search of survival opportunities. Their hunting strategy is extremely persistent and ruthless. They use the power of the group to weaken and exhaust their prey. Did you know that a hyena's bite force can reach over 6,400 pounds per square inch? Strong enough to crush even the hardest bones. Not only are hyenas skilled hunters, but they also take advantage of opportunities to be scavengers, often stealing food from lions or other top predators. One thing that commands our admiration is that hyenas do not let any part of their prey go to waste. Every part holds vital value for their survival. In this way, they help maintain the delicate ecological balance of the Serengeti, where every movement of the hyena reflects the raw and powerful harmony of nature. A testament to the fierce will of life. Imagine the Serengeti is currently home to about 3,000 lions, one of the highest lion densities in the world. The Serengeti forest is a breathtaking mosaic of vast grasslands and scattered woodlands, creating a paradise for East African lions to hunt. Nicknamed the king of the food chain, the African lion has undergone 2 million years of evolution, with a body perfectly shaped for survival and hunting across these vast wild lands. Grasslands dotted with solitary trees, growing in clusters near each other, create the region's characteristic, biodiverse natural landscape. Adult lions are formidable hunters. Males can weigh up to 500 pounds and measure between 8 to 10 feet in length, while females are smaller but more agile, weighing between 260 and 400 pounds. The thick mane of the male is not only a protective armor in battles, but also a symbol that attracts attention, demonstrating strength. Have you ever wondered why a lion's mane varies in color or size? These variations may be related to age, health, and the ability to lead the pride, an essential part of the hunting culture and social structure of lions. Exploring the lives and strategies of these two top warriors in the Serengeti ecosystem not only deepens our understanding of nature's diversity and complexity, but also inspires a profound appreciation for the wondrous life that surrounds us. Do you want to know the never-before-revealed secrets about their wild lives? Please continue to accompany me so we can explore together. The harsh environment of the Serengeti emerges like a vivid painting, where lions display their hunting prowess with sophisticated tactics every day. Each adult lion needs to consume about 10 to 15 pounds of meat. But instead of putting all their energy into long sprints, they prefer to use ambush techniques to hunt their prey. Scattered forests and vast grasslands provide the perfect setting for them to hide and wait for the right moment to strike, taking advantage of surprise and collective strength in every hunt. Short but intense chases can propel lions to speeds of up to 50 miles per hour, a pace that leaves antelopes and zebras helpless against the coordinated teamwork of the entire pride. Watching them hunt, you can see the perfect combination of skillful stealth, powerful muscles, and razor-sharp teeth, each movement precise to the very second during the chase. But this journey is not always smooth, because here, challenges are always lurking right beside. Lions also have to face fierce competition from other formidable hunters, such as spotted hyenas, which are highly skilled and bold pack predators. These individuals do not hesitate to challenge lions for a chance to win a meal. This competition is not simply a struggle for food, but also an important step in maintaining ecological balance within this vast ecosystem. Each species plays a vital role in maintaining the stability of nature. However, the existence of the eastern African lion is now facing many threats. As the International Union for Conservation of Nature, UCON, has classified them as a vulnerable species. The increasing pressure from human territorial expansion, along with intense conflicts with indigenous populations, is gradually threatening their survival. As an apex predator, lions play a crucial role in controlling prey populations and maintaining the health of the entire Serengeti ecosystem. If they are diminished, it would trigger a series of unpredictable changes for this vast ecosystem. The majestic and proud presence of the lion serves as a powerful reminder of the endless cycle of life in this place, along with the fierce vitality of the untamed wilderness. Amidst the boundless, limitless landscape, the roar of the lion is not just the sound of power. It is also the cry of an ecosystem silently calling for help. The existence of each individual lion symbolizes the delicate balance between nature and humans, a place where even the slightest change can shatter an ecological cycle that has lasted for thousands of years. If you're a loyal fan of this king of the grasslands, leave the number 2 below and show the world that there are still people ready to stand with nature. The journey of discovery is not over yet. Countless amazing secrets about lions are still waiting for you ahead. Please continue to accompany me every step of the way through the wild Serengeti. The vast expanse of the Serengeti forest stretches endlessly along the horizon, serving as the perfect playground for a true master of speed. With its slender, agile body, the cheetah is the true embodiment of exceptional speed and serves as a symbol of strength honed over millions of years of evolution. The tall grasses and sparse shrubs create the perfect stage for them to showcase their remarkable skills in chasing prey. Each stride of the cheetah is a remarkable blend of grace, agility and precision, turning every burst across the grasslands into a breathtaking dance choreographed by nature itself. The life of a cheetah is completely different from that of other predators. They do not have the thunderous roar of lions, nor do they gather in large prides. Instead, they usually form small groups of a few males who work together to defend their own territory. Meanwhile, the solitary mothers raise their young and teach them essential survival skills to prepare the next generations to face the harsh challenges of nature. Have you ever been curious about how cheetahs communicate? A soft chirp or a gentle call rings out across the grass, serving both as a way for the flock to communicate and as a means to maintain their bond in this fiercely competitive wild world. The subtle pauses in communication between cheetahs create a special bond, in stark contrast to the mighty roar of lions in the wild. Those quiet moments are like magic, making nature feel more mysterious than ever. When the sun rises high, the cheetah stealthily moves through the tall grass, quietly approaching its prey. In just a split second, it bursts into speed, accelerating from 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 3 seconds. Each of its strides pounded like a drum beat, with heart and muscles working in perfect harmony, propelling the leopard forward with extraordinary strength. At its peak, a cheetah can reach 70 miles per hour, but it can only maintain that speed for a short distance of about 200 to 300 yards before it has to slow down to recover its energy. Its long tail acts as a rudder, allowing the leopard to make quick, sharp turns and pursue its prey with exceptional precision. The hunt is a race against time. The cheetah lacks the endurance to chase its prey for long, so if its burst of speed fails, it has no choice but to give up and let the prey go free. Tired and vulnerable, the cheetah stops to rest, needing to recover before challenging itself. Under the blazing sun of the Serengeti, at an elevation of about 5,000 feet above sea level, the Londo Mountains are located in a semi-arid climate zone where temperatures range from 50 degrees Fahrenheit at night to 85 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, creating a harsh yet vibrant ecosystem. Located between Serengeti National Park and the Ngorongoro Conservation Area, Londo stretches out like an endless natural landscape. That arid land is sustained by resilient grasses such as Thyta and Sporulus, which help for animals such as muntjacs, zebras, and Thompson's gazelles. Londo is an essential stopover on their long migration journeys. Small streams meander through the grasslands, becoming extremely valuable during the dry season when water sources in the Serengeti begin to dwindle. Here, the herd gathers to rest and recharge for the next challenging journey. Londo is not only a safe haven for wildlife, but also plays a vital role in maintaining ecological balance, serving as a buffer zone where wild animals and livestock coexist and harmonize in a delicate dance of survival. The vast grasslands of the Londo mountain range, with their sparse tree cover and ideal panoramic views, provide a perfect habitat for the Thompson's gazelle, a small but incredibly agile, and that is where they can easily spot and avoid dangers without having their view obstructed. Imagine you are watching a herd of antelopes leaping under the sunlight, each jump telling a story about the delicate balance between speed and survival. Have you ever wondered how cheetahs are able to combine such power and finesse during their hunts? And is Londo truly a hidden paradise? Without the existence of grasses, streams, and this complex symbiosis, how would that vast... It is this very close connection that creates the complete picture of the wild, where every creature contributes to the everlasting vitality of the vast Serengeti. Under the vast sky of the Serengeti grasslands, herds of antelopes, numbering from dozens to hundreds, migrate together, joining wildebeests and zebras on their journey in search of fresh, green pastures. This journey is not simply about satisfying hunger, but also an endless escape from the relentless pursuit of predators. Imagine that scene. Hundreds of small yet vibrant antelopes following one another across vast fields, their eyes constantly alert and their ears tuned to every unusual sound, The Thompson's gazelle, a characteristic species of this region, stands at a modest height of between 22 and 26 inches at the shoulder and weighs between 26 and 40 pounds. It is easily recognized by its light brown coat and the black stripes running along both sides of its body. Their large, round eyes and long ears are always alert, helping them detect signs of danger as quickly as possible. Herd life has become a survival strategy, as each individual can quickly transmit warning signals, forming a strong natural defensive barrier in the vast heart of the grasslands. They must constantly stay alert to predators like cheetahs and hyenas, which are watching from a distance almost every moment without rest. This is an enormous pressure that each individual has to endure every single day. The Londo grassland, with its short grasses and scattered shrubs, is the perfect stage for antelopes to showcase their survival tactics. Their wide field of vision allows them to detect predators from a great distance, helping them react in time and escape at an incredible speed. Their diet is simple yet perfectly suited to the harsh conditions of the dry season, consisting mainly of short grasses and some shrubs, nutritional sources that sustain life in water-scarce environments like the sea. What's fascinating is that despite such harsh conditions, each species of antelope carries its own unique story of survival, contributing to the remarkable tapestry of biodiversity found here. Especially in this area, Grant's antelopes on the Londo grasslands are also present as remarkable residents, exceptionally well adapted to a challenging life. With a height ranging from 30 to 36 inches and a weight between 100 and 165 pounds, they stand out with their light brown fur, white belly, and a sharp black stripe running along their back. They are not only remarkable in appearance, but also possess agile bodies and strong legs, making them perfectly suited to overcome the harsh challenges of environments where fresh water is a luxury and vegetation grows sparsely. They live in small groups or complex social structures, allowing them to support each other in defense and foraging, which demonstrates the power of unity in the natural world. Have you ever wondered how the speed of this antelope species helps them escape predators like lions and cheetahs so effectively? Grant can reach speeds of up to 50 miles per hour, an astonishing figure that helps them escape attacks from even the swiftest predators. In particular, the majestic, long, curved horn is the most recognizable feature, not only used to protect its territory but also as a tool to attract mates during the breeding season. It is precisely these characteristics that make for a perfect survival weapon for antelopes, helping them maintain their position in the fiercely competitive and harsh wilderness of the Serengeti. Every step an antelope takes on the grassland is not just a life or death migration, but also a vibrant story of survival, strategy, and the remarkable intelligence of this species. Their intelligence, agility, and endurance not only help them survive, but also maintain ecological balance in a complex ecosystem, ensuring the sustainable development of species in the Serengeti region. Can you imagine how crucial a link in the Serengeti ecosystem would be lost if those herds of antelope were gone? That is precisely why protecting and studying them is such an urgent and meaningful task. It helps preserve the pristine beauty and biodiversity of our planet. The challenges posed by the wild grasslands are not just obstacles, but also valuable opportunities for the gazelle to hone its survival skills. With the vast, endless space stretching out before them, they are forced to increase their speed and develop lightning-fast maneuverability, essential skills for escaping the clutches of predators. Their flexible digestive system also allows them to switch their diet from grass to shrubs when food becomes scarce, a strategy that not only ensures their own survival, but also helps maintain the ecological balance of this land. When the migrating herds return to the grasslands, promising lush green pastures, the relentless chase begins. But as the dry season intensifies, the land becomes sparse. Natural food sources are depleted, and expanding grazing areas for livestock further diminishes the available resources. Every drop of water and every blade of grass becomes incredibly precious, making the competition among predators fiercer than ever before. Here in the vast and harsh expanse of the semi-arid Londo grasslands, the cycle of life and death unfolds quietly yet vividly, determining the fate of every living creature. Looking out to the horizon, the vast prairies blending with low shrubs create an impressive natural landscape. In this land, the East African lion Panthera leo melanokios has mastered the art of adapting to harsh environmental conditions, not only through its hunting techniques, but also in its physiological character. Their thin coat and lighter mane help them dissipate heat efficiently under the scorching desert sun, reducing their need for water, a resource that is extremely scarce in the region. To survive, lions here have to expand their territory and move constantly in search of food, with each pride occupying a much larger area than prides in regions with heavy rainfall. Their main prey are animals adapted to arid environments, such as Thomson's gazelle Udorcus thomsonii and the wild beast Concertis taurinis. The hunting behavior of lions also changes according to their biological rhythm. At night, when the temperature drops, they become more active, taking advantage of the cooler weather to hunt their main prey. During the day, they seek shade to rest and use ambush tactics, relying on the direction of the wind to mask their scent as they approach their prey, allowing them to launch deadly surprise attacks. As the dry season gradually depletes water sources, Londo lions have also developed the ability to extract moisture from their prey, a crucial advancement for survival in the arid land. This is not only a testament to the extraordinary endurance of wild animals, but it also encourages us to deeply reflect on the intricate connections between every living link within this vast ecosystem. Have you ever wondered, in the harsh world shaped by nature, how strong does the instinct to survive have to be to overcome fate? And can humans protect these precious, untouched lands from the increasingly significant impacts of the environment? The story of the lion and the antelope in Londo is a vivid reminder, urging us to embark on a journey of discovery, appreciation, and protection of life on our shared planet. by simply extracting bodily fluids from their prey. This animal possesses an incredibly unique adaptation that allows it to survive without having to travel far to find water, a crucial factor for survival in such harsh environments. Imagine you're wandering through a scorching desert. Being able to survive without having to run long distances to find water is a precious survival advantage that few creatures possess. This is exactly why lions in the Londo Ranges remain the top predators, surviving and thriving even in the harshest conditions of this land. In the arid region of Londo, spotted hyenas are truly exceptional warriors of the night. When night falls, the cooler temperatures help them conserve water and precious energy under the harsh daytime sun. Have you ever wondered about the endurance of a hyena? They are not only agile, but also remarkably resilient, capable of traveling dozens of miles each night to hunt for prey. Just thinking about a pack of hyenas tirelessly roaming all night truly makes me marvel at their perseverance. But hyenas are not simply cold-blooded. They are also an indispensable natural cleanup crew in the ecosystem. Hyenas consume nearly the entire carcass, from hard bones to soft tissues, playing a crucial role in recycling matter and keeping the environment clean and balanced. And when food becomes scarce, hyenas show even stronger unity within their pack, sometimes even fiercely competing with lions for food. These confrontations are not only intense, but also require excellent teamwork and strategy, enabling them to dominate the role of scavengers in the ecosystem as water sources become increasingly scarce. When hunting Thomson's gazelles or zebras, hyenas display an astonishing pace in their... They maintain remarkable endurance, gradually wearing their prey down until it collapses from exhaustion. Every twist and every change in direction they make is executed with skill and precision, like an intense dance for survival. The chase unfolded like a dramatic performance, blending strategy and endurance across the vast, seemingly endless open field. High above the Londo Ranges border, the small yet powerful eagle soars, its wings slicing through the wind in a sky filled with sunlight. Beneath its feet stretched endless golden prairies, radiant and filled. The eagle's plumage blends various shades of brown that perfectly match the semi-arid landscape, allowing them to become nearly invisible among the dry bushes and silvery grasses. This is the perfect camouflage strategy, an invisible predator in the harsh wilderness. The thick plumage not only helps eagles withstand the intense daytime heat, but also keeps them warm during chilly nights. This ability to regulate body temperature is one of the survival secrets of species, living in constantly changing environments, where only the most resilient individuals can continue to thrive. From hundreds of feet in the air, the eagle's sharp vision allows it to spot even the tiniest movements on the ground below. Every glance carries the potential for an astonishingly precise attack. The true strength of a predator lies not only in its endurance, but also in the precision. Have you ever wondered how these birds of prey are able to dominate the skies? and how they adapt their hunting strategies in the vast wilderness of the Londo Ranges. The answer lies in the perfect combination of hunting skills, adaptability, and unwavering determination to conquer this harsh wilderness. With incredible speed, the tiny eagle dives toward the ground like lightning, aiming straight for small prey such as field mice, fur-bearing animals, or young antelopes with absolute precision. Sharp claws and a strong, hooked beak allow them to quickly capture and kill their prey in the blink of an eye. Especially during the harsh dry season, when food and water become scarce, the resilience of this eagle species becomes even more evident. They adapt and expand their diet to include a wide variety of foods, ranging from mice and small birds to the remains left behind by other predators. Thanks to their crucial role as nature's cleanup experts, they help prevent the spread of disease and maintain sustainable ecological balance, ensuring that life on the grasslands continues to thrive. Under the scorching midday sun, the pink-faced vulture soared high above, its sharp eyes scanning the ground for any sign of life or death. As masters of scavenging, they are often the first to arrive at the scene to claim the remaining tender meat before more ferocious predators show up. With their exceptional eyesight, white-headed vultures can fly dozens of miles in a single day, constantly searching for food across the vast grasslands. Strong wings carry them as they weave through every corner of the forest and grassland, always ready for the next hunting opportunity. Next, let's wander into the vast, sun-scorched grasslands of the Serengeti, where massive rocks rise like solitary fortresses, sheltering the mysterious presence of the legendary rock hyrax. This animal has built a peaceful life on high rocky outcrops with hidden crevices, places that are almost invisible to the sharp eyes of leopards or eagles. This remarkable adaptation is demonstrated by their specially structured feet, which feature pads and sweat glands that help them grip slippery rock surfaces securely and move nimbly, like natural climbers. Despite its small size, the rock hyrax moves nimbly across rugged terrain, demonstrating a seamless blend of endurance and constant alert. Even more surprisingly, their jaws, equipped with tusk-like incisors, a reminder of their distant kinship with elephants, allow them to bite through tough leaves and bark, persistently surviving in the scorching heat of the sun. The brownish-grey fur blends perfectly with the color of the rocks, making them seem as if they are one with the timeless, ancient nature of this place. Rock hyraxes, in groups of up to 8 individuals, rely on each other like a close-knit community to protect their lives. Mutual support and vigilance are the keys to survival, as each member constantly watches every slightest movement and listens to even the softest sound, because even the shadow of an eagle passing overhead could signal lurking danger. Can you guess how that sense of community has helped the rock hyrax survive in such a dangerous environment? In the shade of the Serengeti grasslands, the leopard demonstrates its supreme hunting skills, becoming a true master of stealth. They take advantage of crevices and caves to avoid the scorching midday sun, only emerging when night falls to hunt in complete silence. Rock crevices not only provide shade, but also serve as advantageous lookout points, allowing them to observe prey from a distance and avoid potential threats. Over millions of years of evolution, the hunting abilities of the leopard have become legendary, a true embodiment of finesse, strength, and This makes us reflect on how wild animals, whether large or small, all have unique survival strategies that are closely connected to their environments. And in the eyes of nature researchers like myself, every journey of discovery is not only a story of survival, but also a multi-dimensional portrait of nature's intricate dance, where every creature is blending into the rhythm of life, overcoming challenge and finding its place within this endless ecological circle. Would you like to continue exploring other undiscovered mysteries of the wild with me? In the world of top predators among the big cats, the leopard is considered a master of hunting skill. With a slender yet powerful body, the leopard constantly owns its ability to track and stalk prey with absolute precision. They weigh between 99 and 198 pounds, with body lengths ranging from nearly 5 to over 6.5 feet. Their muscular build gives them exceptional agility. The bright golden fur with distinctive flower-shaped black spots not only adds beauty but also serves as an excellent shield, blending seamlessly into rocky and bushy environments, making them almost invisible to their prey. Have you ever wondered how a leopard can move silently through dense forests without making a sound that alerts its prey? That is the crucial survival secret of the leopard. He knows how to use darkness and the terrain as a shield for survival. As a solitary hunter, the leopard does not rush, but approaches its target with careful, deliberate steps, patiently waiting for the perfect moment to launch a lightning-fast attack. Each powerful leap from above can take down anything from small antelopes to large birds, demonstrating this animal's incredible strength and pinpoint accuracy. The leopard's climbing ability is also remarkably impressive. With its sharp claws and agile body, it can easily scale rugged cliffs or climb tall trees to bring its prey to a safe place. This not only helps protect food from scavengers such as hyenas or lions, but also demonstrates resourcefulness and intelligence in preserving essential nutrients for the individual's survival. Do you think that climbing is the most outstanding skill that helps leopards survive? Amid the massive granite boulders of the Serengeti, small prides of lions carve out their own lives in this challenging landscape. Normally, these herds consist of 5 to 10 individuals, adapted to rugged, rocky terrain and scarce food sources. Unlike the vast grasslands, where large prides of lions hunt, the lions here must rely on silence, patience, and creativity to survive in harsh conditions. Scarce food sources, limited space, and intense. Imagine lions silently weaving their way between massive boulders, blending into the shadows of nature as they watch and wait for the appearance of migrating antelope or some unsuspecting prey. Instead of chasing across open fields, they use the tactic of ambushing unexpectedly from above, a strategy that is often much more effective than traditional pursuits. But the rocky areas are not just hunting grounds. They are also peaceful havens where lionesses care for their cubs, hiding them safely in narrow crevices shaded by rocks. This protects the young lions from other predators and shields them from the scorching heat of the day. Can you feel the harshness of the environment in which leopards and those prides of lions have to survive? Life here is not for the weak or the impatient. Only individuals who know how to adapt and make use of the natural terrain can overcome that challenge. It is within these ancient rocks of this land that the fate and survival instincts of the species are vividly etched, from the piercing, predatory gaze of the leopard to the thunderous roar of the lion, echoing across the vast and perilous wilderness. Perhaps the most wondrous thing is the delicate harmony between the wild creatures and Mother Nature, a vibrant scene that will leave you amazed as you discover it. The resilience of nature rarely reveals itself in a loud manner. It quietly endures, fiercely overcoming all adversity. When the vast grasslands and sparse forests gradually wither and die under the relentless, scorching sun, the vibrant wetlands at the heart of the Serengeti remain lush and green, like resilient osiers that retain their moisture throughout the dry season. These wetlands are a precious source of life, attracting both massive herds of migratory animals and species that reside year-round, with the promise of a valuable water supply, even when everything else seems to dry up. Nourished by rivers such as Gameti and Mara, these marshes are not just seasonal shelters. They are astonishing centers of biodiversity, where dense vegetation with tall grasses and large shrubs forms a natural canopy. This canopy not only protects large animals from predators, but also shields them from the scorching heat. It is right here that life not only exists but also thrives brilliantly, creating a vibrant ecological tapestry, a dynamic ecological hub that maintains the natural balance of the Serengeti, even through its harshest. In a place that seems to hold nothing but harshness and wilderness, stories of resilience, maternal love, and an intense instinct for survival quietly unfold. Every movement in nature is not just life itself, but a profound message about the connection between all living beings and Mother Earth. At Nature Moment, we don't just capture images, we tell the most authentic stories of nature. Let's join together, because there are still so many amazing things ahead waiting for. Among the residents who have made their way to this lush green swamp are the Messiah giraffes, the tallest land animals on Earth, standing in stark contrast to the dry, barren plains that surround them. This abundant year-round water supply allows these giant giraffes to maintain their health, sparing them from having to endure long migrations in search of water like many other species. With a steady food supply consisting of nutrient-rich acacia leaves and tall shrubs, giraffes are able to thrive and reproduce freely. With a height ranging from 4.5 to 5.5 yards, They not only have the advantage of a wide field of vision to detect danger from afar, but their strong, long legs also allow them to move easily through flooded terrain. At the same time, these legs become sharp weapons capable of delivering powerful kicks that can scare off any predator daring to come near. When the rainy season arrives and the marshes are at their lushest and most vibrant, the herd of giraffes usually gathers to breed. Dense and secluded areas within the swamps provide ideal conditions for reproduction. In particular, the young individuals are born in dense, concealed foliage, making them less likely to be detected by predators. Amazingly, within the very first minute of birth, newborn giraffes are able to stand firmly and follow their mothers, preparing themselves for a challenging life in the vast and unpredictable wilderness. However, the swamp ecosystem is not just a habitat for large animals. The sacred African ibis, with its distinctive curved beak and striking black and white plumage, also finds refuge in these nutrient-rich shelters. The curved-billed stork hunts by using its sensitive beak to search for fish, insects, and other invertebrates hidden beneath. Not only that, but their versatility and quick adaptability allow this species of stork to move easily to new wetlands when food sources become scarce during the harsh dry season. This characteristic reflects the core life philosophy of the inhabitants of the Serengeti wetlands, surviving through intelligent movement, wise adaptability, and a delicate balance with their surrounding environment. At the heart of this waterlogged world, true power lies hidden beneath the surface, a force embodied by the silent yet overwhelmingly dominant creatures. With their massive bodies and mysterious nature, hippos not only dominate the landscape, but also assert their position as the undeniable rulers of these wild waters. They can burrow into the cool mud to escape the intense heat outside. But when necessary, they are ready to use their incredible strength to defend their territory or establish an unmistakable presence in the Swamp Kingdom. Could it be that this place is not just a habitat, but also a battlefield for the invisible powers vying among the swamp's inhabitants? Have you ever wondered how the animals in the Serengeti manage to survive so resiliently amid such harsh and arid conditions? Could it be that it was their inner strength, agility in movement, and exceptional adaptability that made this miracle possible? The answer lies in every breath of nature, in each careful step of the giraffe, in every unexpected dive of the hippopotamus, and in the graceful yet determined movements of the curve. All of these together tell a vivid story of resilient, fierce, and untamed life in the heart of the Serengeti wilderness. The hippopotamus, also known as the river horse, appears with a quiet authority, gathering in groups and leisurely soaking in the calm water as sunlight filters through the leaves, creating shimmering spots of light on the surface of the lake. Those swamps are not only a safe haven, but also an essential source of life for this giant creature. For hippos, those cool, muddy waters provide excellent protection from the blazing sun, helping their massive heat-sensitive bodies avoid getting burned under the harsh sunlight. A hippopotamus can weigh up to 9,900 pounds and reach a body length of up to 16 feet, making them one of the most magnificent animals in Africa. Throughout the day, they usually only surface with their noses, eyes and ears exposed to breathe and observe, always staying alert to any changes in their surroundings. The thick skin of a hippopotamus secretes a special reddish fluid that acts as both a natural sunscreen and an antibacterial agent, helping them avoid the harmful effects of ultraviolet rays and injuries caused by environmental contact. Did you know that this secretion also contains antioxidant compounds that keep a hippopotamus's skin healthy even in the harshest natural? As dusk falls and blends into the darkness of night, a mysterious call urges hippos to leave their watery domain. Silently moving ashore, those massive mussels slowly make their way through the swamp to feed on tender grasses and low-growing plants. An adult hippopotamus can eat up to 79 pounds of plants in a single night. A truly astonishing appetite, isn't it? Waiting until late at night to go out helps hippos avoid competition for food from other species and also reduces energy consumption in the intense heat of the day. Although they may appear calm and slow on the outside, hippos are actually incredibly strong and decisive warriors. With a bite force of up to nearly 1,800 pounds per square inch and razor-sharp fangs that can reach up to 16 inches in length, they are capable of fending off any bold intruder, whether it is one of their own kind or another. Territorial disputes occur frequently and intensely, especially among dominant males determined to gain control over the most valuable bodies of water. Can you imagine the amount of power they have to generate to maintain their authority over this vast area? A herd of hippos usually consists of 10 to 30 individuals, organized in a strict hierarchy with alpha males guarding access to water and staying alert against any threats to the females in the group. But the ecological role of hippos goes beyond just their physical strength. When moving through small channels and streams in the marsh, they act like natural engineers, creating important pathways for many smaller species in the ecosystem. These corridors not only promote biodiversity, but also help balance the wetland ecosystem in an incredibly subtle way. In the vibrant symphony of the wild, hippos serve as both guardians and gatekeepers of this complex ecosystem. Their massive presence and influence play a significant role in maintaining the delicate balance inherent to the local ecosystem. And when it comes to the magnificence of Africa, we cannot help but mention the northern region of the Serengeti and the plains bordering the Masai Mara, where the grand final chapter of the Great Migration unfolds. The border region between Tanzania and Kenya is a vibrant natural landscape, featuring vast grasslands, scattered acacia woodlands, and the majestic Mara River, a vital lifeline that connects all living creatures in this area. Under the influence of the rainy season, this land becomes both fertile and challenging, creating an ideal stage for countless emotional survival stories of wild animals. Have you ever imagined the dramatic changes in the lives of the creatures here when migration season begins, and how this very land becomes a witness to some of the most extraordinary natural wonders on the planet? Amid the harsh and relentless wilderness, from November to May, seasonal rains bless the savannah with between 35 and 40 millimeters of rainfall, transforming it into a lush green paradise. This seasonal abundance is a powerful invitation, drawing vast herds of wildest and enormous zebras back to complete their legendary migration journey, which stretches nearly 500 miles. When the zebras arrive in the northern Serengeti and Masai Mara, they find lush, green grasslands nourished by rain, an essential food source to sustain them on the long journey ahead. What truly amazes us is the ancient instinct and inherited memory that guide them along traditional migration routes, the very paths their ancestors have followed for thousands of years. These creatures rely not only on pure instinct, but also demonstrate remarkable intelligence, as they are able to locate sources of water and food while skillfully avoiding barren areas that could leave them exhausted or even cause their death. The scattered acacia forests not only provide shade, but also serve as crucial shelters, helping the herds of zebras avoid predators lurking out on the plains. In the cool shade of these forests, they can take a brief rest and regain their strength for the challenging journeys ahead. This is also the season of growth and reproduction, when fertile natural conditions create the perfect time for breeding. Newborn zebra foals, just a few hours old, are already able to stand up, walk, and follow their mothers, a vital skill in a world where moving means survival. But the journey is far from over. As the southern grasslands gradually dry up with the end of the rainy season in May, the entire herd of wildebeest surges northward, facing their toughest challenge, the crossing of the Mara River, which takes place from July to October. Hundreds of thousands of individuals gather densely along the riverbank, creating a breathtakingly vibrant scene of the wild migration. The fast-flowing and dangerous waters of the Mara River are not the only threat. Beneath the water's surface, Nile crocodiles, ancient predators weighing thousands of pounds, are always lurking, ready to lunge and attack. During these perilous river crossings, the adult antelopes usually take the lead, creating a strong current to help the younger or weaker individuals follow more easily. The herd of migrants instinctively chooses to cross the river when the water is at its lowest, minimizing the risk of drowning and reducing the chances of being attacked by crocodiles lurking below the surface. Every step across the river, every moment of survival, is a monumental battle in one of nature's most daring performances. A migration journey etched by instinct, extraordinary endurance, and the endless rhythm of life on the African plains. Protecting the Serengeti is not just a local responsibility, but a global mission. This vibrant and lively ecosystem depends on the collaboration of people from all around the world. You, I, and everyone can contribute to preserving this priceless natural wonder by raising awareness, refusing products made from wildlife, supporting responsible tourism, and participating in conservation initiatives. Through this, we are not only protecting a piece of land, but also preserving the rhythm of life, the beauty and the identity of Earth, the shared home of all living beings. Do you see the journey of zebras and wildebeests through these tough challenges as an inspiring story of resilience and the will to survive? And what will you do to help protect that wonder? Even the smallest actions can create powerful waves of influence, helping to preserve the vast grasslands of the Serengeti, protect its iconic wildlife, and maintain the delicate balance of this ecosystem for future generations. If you have ever had the fortunate opportunity to witness the magnificent migration or the dramatic survival battles between predators and prey on the savannah, please share your story. Personal experiences not only inspire us, but also remind us why this land is so important and why it needs to be protected sustainably. Have you ever wondered how your own story could create a powerful ripple effect in the final campaign to protect Africa's wild nature? Let your voice become a part of that movement. And if you're still feeling inspired and want to keep following the journey to explore the remaining wild places, don't forget to subscribe to the Nature Moment channel, hit like, and turn on notifications so you can continue to join us as we discover the untamed grasslands. From tracing the paths of migrations to witnessing incredible survival stories, and even exploring the challenges predators must overcome to survive in a fiercely competitive environment, we will embark on this unique journey together. From the majestic Salvaje to the vast Kalahari, nature awaits you. Imagine a vast expanse stretching across several countries in East and Southern Africa, such as Kenya, Tanzania, and Botswana, unfolding before your eyes with endless grasslands, scattered trees standing out against the lush green backdrop, and countless wild animals roaming freely, embodying the purest and most untouched beauty of nature. As the sun rises, painting the sky with vibrant shades of pink and orange, the prairie awakens, revealing a world teeming with life, dramatic stories, and the never-ending cycle of survival. Can you see how, from the seemingly simple appearance of vast fields of wild grass, we are able to discover a complex ecosystem with incredibly intricate connections? The brilliant golden meadows, swaying with each warm breeze, provide an abundant food source for countless herbivores. The massive elephants, with their strength and calm demeanor, leisurely stroll across the grasslands, using their powerful trunks to uproot bushes and even large trees in search of precious nutrients. Herds of gazelles and zebras move together in groups, their graceful steps resembling a dance of survival. All the while, their eyes remain vigilant, constantly scanning for any sign of potential predators lurking. This is truly the vibrant symphony of nature, where beauty and danger are masterfully intertwined. However, the mesmerizing beauty of the African savanna is inseparable from the harsh challenges of life in this land. Predatory animals such as lions, cheetahs, and hyenas play an indispensable role in this vast ecological cycle, constantly hunting for food to survive in a harsh environment that keeps all creatures locked in an endless struggle. Do you ever feel a lump in your throat when you witness a lioness silently stalking her prey, her strength mixed with a hint of ruthlessness evident in her every move? That feeling fills us with both admiration and compassion, while also deeply engraving in our minds that this very cycle of predation is an essential part of maintaining balance on the grasslands. That predatory dance is not only a quest for survival, but also a testament to the delicate and ceaseless workings of the wild ecosystem. Have you ever wondered what would happen to the entire ecosystem if a single link in this chain were broken, such as an imbalance in the population of predators or prey? That is why protecting every individual, every species, and even our smallest actions can have a tremendous impact on the future of the Serengeti and other grasslands across Africa. Through this, we gain an even deeper understanding of the importance of preserving wild nature. not only to retain its pure beauty, but also to maintain a balanced and diverse ecosystem, which is the foundation of life on this planet. The delicate balance of this ecosystem is harmoniously regulated according to the cycles of the seasons throughout the year. On the African savanna, each season brings its own rhythm to the lives of the animals. The dry season, with its scarcity of water and food, forces all living creatures to migrate in search of new sources of sustenance. Especially, the giant herds of elephants are famous for their long journeys, traveling across vast fields to reach dried-up rivers and the remaining water holes. Images of giant elephants moving together in unity not only demonstrate their remarkable intelligence, but also reveal their sophisticated social structure. On the other hand, when the rainy season arrives, powerful thunderstorms roll in, bringing precious water and breathing new life into the land that has been parched for so long. The grasslands seem to come alive again, with the lively sounds of countless creatures echoing throughout the area as animals return to their familiar habitats and new life began to flourish. The African savanna is not only a remarkable ecosystem, but also a vibrant symphony of the cycle of life and death, vividly reflecting the beauty and vitality of our planet. In the middle of that vast prairie, the African buffalo stands out as a symbol of strength, adaptability, and community spirit. These robust creatures, with their muscular bodies and majestic horns, have evolved to survive in some of the harshest environments. The African buffalo is a social animal that typically lives in herds, with numbers that can reach several hundred individuals. This way of living in groups is an essential survival strategy that helps them defend against predators such as lions, hyenas. Living in groups not only provides strength in numbers, but also enables buffalo to coordinate in keeping watch and defending themselves. When threatened, a herd of buffalo will form a circle to protect their young, facing their horns outward to drive away predators. This instinctive reflex reflects the importance of social structure in protecting lives. Moreover, the adaptability of water buffalo is evident not only in their social behavior, but also in their diet and choice of habitat. As a herbivorous animal, the buffalo mainly eats grasses that grow abundantly during the rainy season. However, they also develop exceptional abilities to survive in challenging and unpredictable conditions. When the drought season drags on, they switch to eating tougher, less nutritious plants, demonstrating their resilience and ability to adapt flexibly to food scarcity. A low metabolic rate allows the wild buffalo to maintain its health for many days without water, enabling it to travel long distances in search of food and drinking water. Imagine a herd of wild buffalo steadily making their way across parched fields, overcoming every hardship in search of precious water. This is a vivid testament to resilience in the natural world. In the challenging wilderness, every species develops its own survival strategies, and the African buffalo stands as the most vivid symbol of adaptation and unity. Stories about them not only inspire us, but also teach us about the value of community and perseverance in life. On the vast grasslands, the buffaloes faithfully follow their dry season migration cycle, an essential feature of their lives. When the dry season arrives, water sources become scarce, and herds of buffalo will move to search for lush green pastures and more reliable water spots. The migration journey is not simply about ensuring survival by finding food and water, but it also plays a crucial role in maintaining the overall health of the grassland ecosystem. Did you know that the grazing activity of wild buffalo not only helps them sustain themselves, but also encourages vigorous regeneration of plant species? When they graze, the fields are not only renewed, but also create favorable conditions for many other herbivorous animals to thrive. This is an interesting and essential cycle that helps protect biodiversity and enhance the natural productivity of the area. Furthermore, the movement patterns of buffalo also influence the distribution of plant species, creating a close and dynamic relationship between vegetation and wildlife on the grasslands. This leads to a beautiful ecological balance, where each species contributes to the growth and survival of one another in a unique and harmonious way. Can you imagine that simply by moving around? Buffaloes have become the silent architects of an entire sustainable and thriving ecosystem. Nature has fought for millions of years to survive. Now it is time for humanity to fight to preserve that life. Not in a fairy tale, not in a sci-fi documentary, but completely real, right in the heart of Africa. That place is Kavango Zambezi, the largest transboundary conservation area in the world, home to 227,900 elephants living and roaming in the wild, where more than 1,500 African wild dogs still exist, and approximately 4,000 to 5,000 lions are being protected more rigorously than ever before. Kaza is not just a piece of land. It is a symbol of the historic cooperation among 5 countries, together creating an unbounded ecological corridor that connects more than 35 nature reserves, where nature can live, breathe, and rejuvenate as it once did. Yes, I'm ready. Please provide the Vietnamese content you'd like me to translate. Take a deep breath, because what you are about to witness will be unforgettable. Before the journey begins, please leave a comment to let us know where you are following from. And now, we invite you to step into the magnificent wilderness of Kaza, a place where nature still roars, hisses, and where the silent footsteps of life can be felt. 5 nations, 1 battlefield for survival. In the heart of the Kavango Zambezi region, during an unusually long dry season, dust clung to every low-hanging branch. A black rhinoceros moves cautiously along the faint traces of a herd of wild. Both species are searching for the most essential element for survival. Not far away, a pack of exhausted African wild dogs was trudging across the scorched grasslands. A place that just a few years ago was a lush green migration corridor. The movements became slow and weary from the harshness. Climate change is reshaping the natural rhythms of Kaza. Rainfall has decreased by 15 to 20% over the past decade. The average temperature has increased by 1.5 degrees Celsius, disrupting breeding cycles, migration patterns, and food sources. The Kasai ecosystem is currently under tremendous pressure. Seas that have existed for millions of years of evolution are now facing the threat of a powerful new danger. Climate change caused by humans. However, amidst these fluctuations, Kasai remains a final stronghold, preserving biodiversity by allowing nature to breathe. Kavango Zambezi, or Kasai for short, is a transboundary conservation area that spans 5 countries: Angola, Botswana, Namibia, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. Nestled between 2 major river basins, the Kavango and Zambezi. This region is often described as the ecological heart of the continent. What do you think is the biggest challenge when 5 countries come together to manage a vast landscape? Is it nature, culture, people, or politics? Let's explore together. The slow movement of the Earth's crust, combined with the sediment layers formed by ancient rivers, has created a rich geological foundation for this area.